Alright, so we have another Genshin Impact survey. Overall, how do you feel about this version of the game? Now, the Discord, we had a conversation about this today, and most of them said it's a pretty bad update. But overall, it wasn't awful. I'm going to pull up the the spreadsheet that I made. So here is my list of events. So yeah, you could definitely see it wasn't an awful update. This one, I think I gave it like a low 7. Like, it would have been a low 7. I think I gave it maybe a high 7. But I didn't really like this. Vibro Crystal Research, I don't know why. Oh, right, because it was just so awful to get the maximum thing, right? But this, I'm sorry, but people are defending this event, saying it is better than the fungus event here. Now, this fungus event, I'll agree, it's not great by any means. Like, I mean, it's a 7 out of 10, right? I say 8 out of 10 is pretty good. 7 out of 10, that's where most Genshin events, in my opinion, are probably sitting at. I can give them bonus points for trying something. But when people say, hey, they shouldn't try, I'm paraphrasing, right? This isn't their exact words. But people in the Discord said, hey, I don't really want them to take my time with these events that, are bad. You could see here, I'm not necessarily in disagreement with them, but I'm not, they also said Windbloom wasn't exactly the best. I don't know the exact words, and that conversation is far gone by now, so I'm not going to talk about the Windbloom, but I don't think they didn't rate the Windbloom event that high either. But when you say the fungus event was worse than the Spices of the West, which is actually just one of the worst events we've ever had, I don't understand. Like, if you take 2 seconds to realize that, hey, they tried something new. It might not have worked out, but they tried something new. This was a rerun event. They purposely reran a bad event. At least this thing, it's new. You can forgive them a little bit, if it's bad, by your opinion, right? In my opinion, it wasn't bad. It was just sort of easy. Very, very easy, right? And I think that's a part where they didn't really like it. Like, it was, you were just one-shotting the entire thing. But then another argument they made is, hey, I don't want events that are bad to take up my time. This event did not take up your time. I would say that Spices from the West and the fungus event here are comparable in the amount of time they take. Like, yeah, sure, the video where I was like, oh yeah, you just spam spacebar. But if you want to get all the rewards, they're comparable in the time. It's seriously... The last stage took like 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and it just got harder and harder and took longer and longer, and you were only doing one stage a day. So I think defending this event is actually just, I don't understand it, because yeah, sure, the only thing you can say is it doesn't take much time. But other than that, you have to admit it's a bad event. There's no way. If you even look at this event and say it's better than the fungus event, I don't understand how you think that. There's no point where you're coming from that's going to make me understand. Because saying it takes, less time, this event did not take that much time. I think people overrate how much certain events take. Like, if I recorded all of this in one go, yeah, sure, the video might have been like 27 minutes or 30 minutes, right? And that's me talking it through the event and, talking and like this. We're doing a survey right now, and I'm talking, and we're at 7 minutes into the video. Vibro Crystal Research, it's a rerun event. It's great. It's cool. Fungus Mechanicus, it's new. Cool. Windbloom, it's a rerun event. Spices from the West, it's a rerun event. Now, granted, Windbloom isn't exactly a rerun event, but it's the same sort of stuff that we've already had. They just sort of put it all together, except for the Pac-Man part, which was actually pretty decent. It's just that they put some decent events, and for some reason, this one event, like, that was the only time I've ever enjoyed the camera feature, probably because they didn't make it too hard. Fungus Mechanics, it wasn't that good. It was very easy, but they did try something new, and I'm not going to just, oh, this new thing is awful. I think they just improve it by, having the enemies have more health. Like, that's literally all they needed to do, because they already did enough damage. They did enough damage. Unless you were spamming Bongo Head, they were doing enough damage. And I died. A couple of my streams died, right? And the Spices of the West is just unredeemable. Like, there's nothing good about it. I'm sorry, but, like, the only thing that's good about it is that it offers slightly better basic rewards. Everything was just a rerun except for that one new event. which I am kind of upset about. Like, normally they have like a couple new events, like beetle battling. They had that one. They revamped, and they didn't change anything. That's also another thing. They didn't change anything about the reruns. It seemed like the Vibro Crystal was basically the same as from what I remember. All of the other events were basically the same. They were just using different songs for the music and different locations for the pictures. Like, it's all just basically the same. So I'm not that impressed with this update. But I wouldn't say it's awful. Like, I'm not like, oh yeah, this is one of the worst updates we've ever had. No, I would say, you know, kind of wish you did some more original stuff. I'm going to say somewhat satisfied for this. I was not exactly... it was alright, but like, they didn't really explain too much. Like, at the end I was like, is the son in the grave? Is the father in the grave? I think it was the father. I can't even remember now, but I'm pretty sure it was the father. Just weird that I think he might have gotten his son to bury him, and we also never got to see what's under the Hilly Churl mask. Mad about that.
Todo despeinado porque no me dio tiempo nada ponerme la chancla y el bañador.
Do I need to explain myself here? I really don't think I need to. Oh, Shinha. How do I feel about Shinha? Yeah, very satisfied. She's great. I own Shinha and Mika. Why are they not asking about Ayaka? They're just like, yeah, everybody loves Ayaka. We know it. Except for one guy in the Discord. I don't know. How the following aspects of Shinha: characterization, art and visual, damage dealing. Well, I mean, damage dealing, you know, somewhat unsatisfied. If I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, they're not counting her support as her damage dealing. And then also the support, obviously. Control, movement, yeah, fine. Character voiceover, great. But her damage, her self-damage is not exactly that good, which is not even the point of the character, so it's fine. Unlike Kokomi, they didn't have to nerf her to make you realize, hey, she's not exactly meant to be a damage dealer. Why are they so concerned about Shinha? Did her original banner not do well, and did her rerun not do well? I imagine they both did well. Oh, okay. Characterization. I don't like Mika's character. I just don't like it, right? But I don't think that should hinder me saying, hey, I don't like his characterization. I'm just going to say I didn't pay attention. I'm going to say unsatisfied with the visual. His hair is just, what the... Why? Why is his hair like that? Damage, very. Teamwork capability, very. Support capability, we'll do that if we're calling C6. Yeah, sure. you get the two things here, all right? You get those two. That's all. But Mika's bad, man. Windbloom's Breath. I would have to say I'm very satisfied. Like I said, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Right? It's good. I liked it as an event overall. Yeah, it's very good. Which game language do I? English. Everything is English. How satisfied are you with the game language? I think there wasn't any problems. That is something that I like mattering, right? I do like when the voice lines match the dialogue, because so many games I've played that just had like a line be said, but then the text box is completely different. I think it happens a bit in Fallout 4. Yes, please keep it dumb for us. I need the game terminology to be understandable, all right? Yes, very satisfied. You see, we have to remove a certain voice in the game that we still have yet to remove. And I can't play with the character because it just feels awful to play as him. I don't think I've heard his voice lines at all in my game. I'm good. Alright, I guess that's it. So yeah, let me know if you guys think I'm right or wrong about the Fungus event being better than Spice of the West. Maybe I am, singled out because it was like a 1v3 situation there. I was fighting for my life, guys. It was a battlefield in the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, go in the Discord, alright? It's in my about page. Yes. But it's in my about page. I don't want to put it in a link of a video because I've heard that might hinder a video's performance. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe. Bye.